Right, hello YouTube, and welcome to something a little newer than what I've normally been playing on the channel. It's Elden Ring! Yes. So, first of all, for the From the Depths guys who've been watching that but maybe missed my announcement last time that I, about what I said, so it's not a very good way of wording it, but, From the Depths isn't going anywhere, don't worry. And it's not like not going anywhere like some of the ones that are on semi-permanent hold, like, Astrox. No, it really isn't going anywhere. I've got a holiday coming up, effectively, and I don't have a huge amount of time to record. So what I want to do is to get some recordings done ahead of time. So I have a week's stockpile so that when I'm away on holiday, I can still have it uploading every day like I try to do. So I wanted something to, because for it's a bit slow to record, because I had to spend like like an hour plus working on bits of ship off recording. I needed something where I could just record in my normal half-hour burst. So, we're going to do some Elden Ring. I've been playing through this in my off time. I haven't finished it. I am about a third of the way through. About sort of level 50 or 60. And I've been doing my normal sort of melee build that I like. Sort of heavy armor, great shield, melee. That's how I like to play the Dark Souls games. This time, I want to go for a sort of faith build. Does it tell you what each one is? I thought there was a little description of each build. Yeah, what does this one get? Base 16? Base 14, but you get better something else? Better mind? No. Okay, so it's like a... Oh, so Confessor's like a slightly tougher caster. We'll go for Prophet. Go. It is the return. Doubly. Yeah, I'll probably just leave the visuals same. We'll maybe change the hair a little. Actually, we've got templates. Oh, we actually got some little templates. Oh, this is like the origin from Dark Souls, whichever. Warrior, Truth Seeker, Aristocrat, Loner, Giant Descendants. Oh boy, Northern. Okay, Seafarer, Reedlander. Oh, that's like the sort of Japanish. Whoa. Draconian. I see. Nightfolk or Newman? Is it bad to say I like the default one the most? Yeah, we'll actually stick with that, but we'll change the hair. Some games I customize quite a lot. Dark Souls, not so much. Any good haircuts? If you like. Yeah, go for the straight cut, and we'll have a little bit of the pink. Why not? Okay. So we have pretty good faith. Meh on most stats. Mind is reasonably good, so we'll be able to cast a bit of magic as well. Like I said, I've been going a melee build on my main character, so I want to do something a little different. I have very briefly tried Sorcerer, or no, what was it, Astrologer, I guess, which is like the magic default build, but I've not tried Faith, and I did enjoy Faith back in Dark Souls 2. Throwing lightning bolts was a lot of fun, and I know there's quite a lot of magic in this one. In general, there's a lot more sort of focus on it, I think, so I'm looking forward to seeing how this goes.
The fallen leaves tell a story.
Whatever that means.
The great Elden Ring was shattered. In our home, across the fog, the lands between.
I thought that intro was longer.
Now, Queen Marika the Eternal is nowhere to be found. And in the night of the Black Knives, Godwyn the Golden was first to perish. Soon, Marika's Father's offspring, demigods all, claimed the shards of the Elden Ring. The mad taint of their newfound strength triggered the shattering. A war from which no lord arose.
Good for that fella. Some of the stuff I
A
recognise,
war
but
leading to abandonment by the greater will. Oh, rise now, ye tarnished, ye dead who yet live. The call of long-lost grace speaks to us all. Horalu, chieftain of the Badlands, the ever-brilliant Gold Mask. Fear, the deathbed companion, the loathsome dung-eater, and Sir Gideon Othmere, the all-knowing.
not just them that's waking up at the moment.
And one other, whom grace would again bless. A tarnished of no renown. Cross the fog to the lands between. To stand before the Elden Ring and become the Elden Lord.
Yeah, quite the intro, huh? Yeah, I'm be quite impressed by that one. Got that nice Dark Souls thing of, hey, here's your goal, go do the thing. So, we're in. With nothing but some old clothes, a belt? Do we get to use that? I guess we get to use that. A bandage on our face, and if I remember correctly from the description, yeah, a neck guard that pretty much just says, don't talk to this person. Yeah, the shackles around the neck warn passerby not to lend an ear to their sermons. Yeah, so whatever it was we were saying, people didn't like us for it, and they kicked us out. Oh, I see. We have a little shield, or we can swap it out for magic. Yeah, we're going to use the magic. Right. Tarnished wizened finger. Oh, I'm trying to remember what half these items do now. It's a lot of them. Use to write messages. Okay. That will come in handy later, but if we see something fun, or if I want to leave a message somewhere, but for the moment, not so required. Now, for those who haven't played a Dark Souls game, or indeed Elden Ring itself, because it is very much a spiritual successor, yeah. They're kind of, I guess, dark adventure games, so sort of in these weird fantasy worlds, often very creatively designed, very maze-like in terms of the actual structures. Going off to try an adventure. Dying is not permanent, but also very likely. They are quite difficult a lot of the time. And yeah, effectively, so our goal is to reach the Elden Ring. I don't know where it is, but I'm willing to bet that that's a pretty good clue. In fact, on my own game, the bit I'm currently in is right at the base of that tree. That's actually the furthest I've seen. So I actually don't know, well, what happens when we get there. But that's going to be one of our primary goals, is going to be trying to reach the tree. It is not easy, however. It's going to take us a bit. Although it should be a little easier on the second attempt, since at least I know a bit of it. No horse ahead. I see. Off her fingers. Yeah, some of the things people say do tend to be a little on the nonsensical side. Yes, might as well have a little look around here. I don't think there's anything. No. Okay. That is exactly the sort of thing where they might try and hide something. Not suspects at all. That'll be Queen Marika, I'm assuming. Now that'll be bad news. Grafted Scion. Yeah, this looks about right. Remind myself of how this guy moves. That's a bad start. At least we can heal ourselves a little bit, right? Well, you might notice that little blue bar in the top left of the screen. That's our mana. We don't have any way to replace that. This guy is going to be a little risky. Try and bait him into an attack and then back off to heal. Okay, if he doesn't want to attack us. Oh, there we go. Got ourselves a few seconds. Ow! Nope, healing's not going to work anymore. Gotta be a little bit careful. Keep ducking weave, maybe we can do something. Man, I timed that wrong. Did we actually die there? It didn't look like we were out of health. Either way. This one's, should we say, is kind of an expected death. I think it is possible to beat that guy on the first try. I don't think there's anything that actually stops you, but you're not really supposed to. Ready. I don't know how well the game's going to perform on my computer. It runs fine normally. I don't know what it's going to be like when I'm also recording at the same time, but we'll play it and see, basically. Oh no, we're dead. But of course, if you remember correctly, it was the dead who still live, or however it was they described us. And also, it might be a little bit of help around the place.
Don't worry, Torrent. Fortune is on her side. We found her here after all. One of her kind is sure to seek the Elden Ring. Even if it does violate the Golden Order.
Whatever that is. I admit, I don't actually know. And up we get. I think we had a reasonably good crack at that first fight, though. That screams the way forward to me. Ah, we've got the flask of Crimson Tears and the flask of Cerulean Tears. So, for those of you who played Dark Souls, you already know what those are. But for those who don't, the flask of Cerulean Tears is a health potion. It will jump down the cliff to learn. The health potion will restore our health. If we drink it, the Cerulean Tears potion will restore our FP, which is what we use for our spells. Whee! Ow. Immediately take damage. It's okay, you can heal. And there we go. Go back up to full. Now, we only have a certain amount of potions max. Thankfully, as said, they do recover. They took out the Bloodborne thing that I really hated of limited potions. For those wondering what I've done Dark Souls-wise, I started with 2. Really liked it. It's actually still one of my favourites. I know a lot of people don't like it, but I personally do. What spells we've got. Okay, we've got enough to run 2 at the moment. Don't think we can do anything with those. No, as I said, I don't think we have any amps for that. But yeah, I started with 2. And did eventually finish it. I played 1 and finished it. 3, I did finish. I didn't beat some of the optional bosses, and I was not a fan of 3. I don't like the fact that poise was broken, which is a mechanic where, depending on how heavy your armor is, oh, okay, telling me how I cast flames. Depending on how heavy your armor is, you could sometimes absorb a hit, still take damage, but it doesn't, like, interrupt you. So a little fire spell. Whoa. Okay. Yeah, your special attack's your weapon as well. But yeah, I wasn't too keen on Dark Souls 3, but I did finish it. Bloodborne I actually never finished. I couldn't get more than a boss or 2 in. Normally I just couldn't get on with it. I've never been someone who uses powering, which really hurts in that game. Like, I could not get a read on the enemies. They were just sort of, just a general sort of flapping, materials for crafting. Every enemy in that game to me was just a sort of flapping mass of, like, physics, fabric, and fur, and I just couldn't get a good read on anything. I was like, how am I supposed to know when I'm supposed to counter? I can't read it. Oh, that's really short range, huh? However, his shield doesn't really block fire very well. I'm not quite sure how I phased my hand through it, but I suppose it is magic. I'm liking this one. Behold, message. Wait, hang on, isn't that gold text effect on it? Doesn't that only come up when it's the devs leaving it? I think the devs left that message. Oh dear. They have a bit of a sense of humour, it would seem. Poke, poke. That was the guy crossbowing at us from a distance, I believe. Nearly out of FP, but we could drink our potion to restore it. Let's use our weapon art, since it recommended it. So I guess our weapon art for this is like a lunge. Chug the big sip. Mana back. Oh yeah. Yeah, they added a sort of stealth mechanic, but I gotta admit, I almost never use it. Maybe it kind of works. I don't know. At least the hiding in plants thing, like, I don't remember that ever coming up again, but I'm sure you can if you're actually looking for it. While you sometimes want to split up groups, most of the time you can with enough skill take them groups in one go. Yeah, so the poise thing is like, if you notice he's getting staggered each time I hit him, a high pose foe, like that guy with the shield who was just completely shrugging us off, will just ignore it. Well, admittedly, shield blocking is a little different, but it's the same sort of idea. Oh, we have a boss. Yeah, the gold mist gates. You might have seen one in that last fight against the spider crab guy. I mean, enemy hit boss incoming. Yes, counter-attacking. His mechanics have never quite got. No, most bosses will not be that easy. But it would be nice. Oh, it doesn't even drop anything. Yeah. Ah, dear. What do we have over here glowing away? Is it literally just a little candle? It's just a little candle. Okay. Who's leaving these here? These coffins are been here so long they've broken apart and they're all made of stone. We just came this way, didn't we? I'm going in circles. Yep, we're going that way. Yeah, so like I say, I played a good chunk of this game. I've explored, I think, quite a good chunk of the overworld and some of the underground areas, but I certainly haven't finished it, and I know there's stuff I haven't found yet. Like, a lot, I expect. Strength. That's a gesture. Hey, hang on a minute. Yeah, there's one over there. How do we get to that? I always assumed you'd get to it from here somewhere, but is there another way around? I don't think there was, right? If you're going to go to it, you'd be from there. Not a secret wall, was it? I didn't think for a while that there were any secret passages in this game. And then I found one area where there was a whole bunch in quick succession, and I'm just like, oh god, how many have I missed? Have I missed a lot? Is it just in certain spaces? I don't know. But anyway, yeah, look at that. I think this is meant to be a... these pop up all over the place, these little trees. I think they're meant to be like little root, like offshoots from the... Oh, what's it called? The Erd tree. It's the big old golden tree that we can see from the distance, and there's smaller ones dotted around the map as well. Tread on old Crunchy over there. Oh. Oh, yes, that. Okay. Yes, so the Graces act like bonfires in the Souls games. They are checkpoints, effectively. You poke them, and you get a point to rest at. It will... what do you call it? It'll restore your flasks. You can set how many of your flasks you want as health and mana. Well, it's not mana, but I'm going to call it mana probably anyway. It's blue. It might as well be mana. But yes. So they are important to try and find. This little thing with the imps... Yeah, as I said, I believe I can do. You need stone sword keys for. These little statues are all over the place. Sometimes you need 2, like with this one. Sometimes you need 1. And they'll usually trigger mechanisms so that this one, for example, unlocks this little dungeon area. Which I think I've been there but not beat the boss. Ah, yeah, this lets you summon other friends in multiplayer. You'll see their summon signs. I don't use this a lot, but I probably could use it a bit more. Maybe. I think there's nothing else here. We ascend. My hand is glowing. Is that because I've got a spell in it? Does it actually change depending on what spell I have? No. Oh, it's just the item. I see. What's the... Ah. I think this is the way out. Smash. I do like smashing things. It's interesting that I start with a spear. Why? I didn't expect that to really... I should have noticed considering it was visible, but... Yeah, look at that. I think with this game it's very pretty. So, let's see from left to right. Let's get a little bit of a better view. You can jump in this game freely as well. Yes, we'll get to that in a minute. So, from left to right we have Ruin on the Cliffs. Different looking Ruin on the Cliffs with a giant statue that I don't know if I've been there or not actually. Giant castle, which you might notice has some big old holes in the side of the wall. A church or something ruin over there. We have this man. We have that golden boy on a horse. That pain in my backside. We've got a grace. We should probably poke that. We've got some bits of ruin over there. Got a big tower. Got that bridge. Got the Erd tree. Bit hard to miss that one, of course. You see the smaller Erd trees around the place. There's like some rolling plains over there. There's a big tower there. It looks a little like that one, actually. There's a giant like mountain. Have I ever been up there? I actually don't know if I've ever been up there. We do have a map. But at the moment, we can only see this much of it. Let's go talk to this man for the moment.
Oh, yes. Tarnished, are we? Come to the lands between for the Elden Ring? Hmm? Of course you have. No shame in it.
Of course.
Unfortunately for you, however, you are maidenless. Without guidance, without the strength of runes, and without an invitation to the Round Table Hold, you are fated, it seems, to die in obscurity. Luckily,
Wonderful pep talk.
however, there is one shining ray of hope for even the maidenless.
The big tree. That seems to have a lot of them. Ah.
Vare. Take care to listen. Are you familiar with grace? The golden light that gives life to you, Tarnished. You may also behold its golden rays, pointing in a particular direction at times. That is the guidance of grace.
And something I forget about far too often.
Must travel. Indeed. Grace's guidance holds the answers. It will lead you, Tarnished, to the path you are meant to follow, even if it leads you to your grave.
Yes, well, there's nothing stopping us from wandering off the beaten path.
Grace's guidance will reveal the path forward.
Yeah, exactly as he says.
Certainly.
I'll show you where to go.
Castle Stormvale.
Which I
Over
think
on
is
the
that
cliff,
one.
the home of the decrepit demigod, Godric the Grafted. It's time you set to castles if you seek the Elden Ring, maidenless as you are.
Well, I guess that's our goal. Grab some stuff while we're here. Some raw fruit. This looks important. It's these, once activated, allow you to summon things, including friendlies. Try running. Yes. Much as I would like to show you fighting that guy, here's bad news. Even at a later level, he's not that weak. So we're going to ignore him for the moment. We're just going to go around him. He won't aggro unless we get too close. Yeah, he's pretty tough. Obviously, he has a horse. We don't, so he's got a huge maneuverability advantage. Got a massive great shield, which, yes, can reflect spells, which I discovered to my dismay. I tried to take him on as a caster, foolishly thinking, it'll be easy to take him on like this. I just got to dodge him a little bit and shoot spells at him. Nope. Oh, sorry. Oh, sorry, sheep. Yeah, that was a bit close. Okay, let's check this church out. It looked like the Grace was pointing us towards it. And I've got to be honest, I don't remember what's in some of these areas. Right. Oh, we've got another Lost Grace. We can now fast travel. Interestingly enough, it's a bit humanity looking in terms of the shape of the Grace, but it's interestingly, it's glowing this time rather than being sort of all dark and sinister. I wonder if this is if that was them being a bit more cheerful with this one, or just a crinky dink. Smithing stone. Can use that to upgrade our weapons.
You're tarnished. I can see it. But I can also see that you're not after my throat.
No, no.
Then why not purchase a little something? I am Kale, purveyor of fine goods. I am of a nomadic people, selling wares as I travel. The land has been tainted by madness since the shattering of the Elden Ring. It's only tarnished like yourself, who keep things from drying up entirely. Let's say you're
Basically, we're the business. Right. We can buy things. Telescope, seeing, crafting kit, which we're going to buy immediately. That lets us make things. And we want that. As for the rest of what he's selling, maybe a little info on the Flask of Wondrous Physique. Why not?
goodbye.
Yes, so we can now. Not only can we craft things, but we've got ourselves a cracked pot. The way those work is for each cracked pot you have. No, wait, we didn't buy it. We bought the note, but we could have bought a cracked pot. So crafting allows you to make things out of what we've been finding. For example, that raw fruit, we could turn into raw raisins. What do we use those for? Oh, we could feed the horse. We don't have a horse yet, but the game even spoils it right here on horseback. Feed to torrent, restore HP. We're going to get a horse later. Yes, the cracked pots that he's selling you can use for these. You can turn them into fire pots and also various other pots of throwable items. Can I talk to the donkey? No, I knew it was here. Didn't know if you could talk to him or not. Oh! Wait, what? I can smith myself? I literally completely missed this when I was playing through before. Oh, okay, so I could improve my armaments myself, but only up to +3, I think that said. Okay. Cool. I didn't even know you could do that. How did I miss that? Okay, right, well, the Shadow Grace says go this way, so let's go this way. For the moment, I'm going to try following it, because that wasn't something I did much before. I eventually found where I was supposed to be going, but it took a while. Let's get him. Ah! Yeah, that guy look familiar? Yeah, it's the boss we fought in the opening room. They're not really a boss. It's more of a little bit of a trick. They're regular enemies that we find in the first area, pretty much. Some stuff going on over here. I'll teach you to quietly have a campfire on your own, minding your own business. Yeah. Tunnel ahead. Yep, that do be tunnel. However, beyond the Site of Grace and the summoning thing, I think that's what we'll call the episode. It's about half an hour. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed this little intro to Elden Ring. Again, I know I like this game. I've played enough of it to know that I do enjoy this one, so I'm looking forward to playing this one through. And hopefully you guys are interested to watching it with me. Now, as I said, this is not replacing From the Depths. From the Depths is still going to be here. It's going to be 2 episodes of Elden Ring for a bit, then 1 of From the Depths, and it's going to alternate like that for a while. That's the current plan. And yeah, as I said, hopefully you guys have enjoyed it, and I'll catch you guys all again next time. Bye-bye.